Hello bros, Azumarill strikes again. So Azumarill receives a very huge buff to its special defense, which makes Azumarill more bulkier to the special attackers in the game, and also the Whirlpool got a buff which the cooldown has been decreased from 10 seconds to 9 seconds, and also the Belly Bash shield increase from 5% max HP to 6.5 max HP, which makes the Unite move of Azumarill now a very good to go. So before that bros, let me tell you the build. The build that I'm running when I'm playing Azumarill is the attack weight, because attack weight is really a very huge to Azumarill, especially when you get the full stack of it. Your damage whirlpool is very good. And the next build that I'm running is the scope lens, because when the enemy is all alone, your critical damage hit rate increase, which means it deals a lot of damage, but you need to remember that you really need to hit an opponent who is alone or just a single opponent in order for you to deal the critical damage or the passive ability of Azumarill. And the last and one only build that I really love when I'm running Azumarill is the Focus Band. So if you're asking why Focus Band, because when I'm playing as Azumarill, I need to really tank the damage of the enemy, which makes me I can initiate the fight, and also it is very good to just flash and just join any team fight because you have a focus band, which means that you will become bulkier, and combined with Whirlpool and the regeneration of a focus band, it is really very good into Azumarill. And here, as you've seen, when I'm playing Azumarill, I really become a very aggressive early in the game, because that's the power spike of Azumarill. Early game, he really destroys any opponent. And after that, I will rotate to the camps of the enemy jungler, because I'm pretty confident that I can just kill him. Especially I get the focus band, and the 1v1 ability of Azumarill early in the game is really pretty good, and it is so good that you can 1v1 any Pokemons in the game, because the passive of Azumarill is really strong against one and only opponent in order for you to deal the critical damage. So I'm using the player up and Whirlpool here, so I'm acting like an initiator in the game, because I'm pretty confident because I have my focus band. Because if I don't have my focus band, I will playing safely and also playing cautiously in the game. But if I have the focus band, I'm pretty confident that I'm bulkier, and also I can deal a lot of damage because I have a lot of sustain in the team fight. So remember, focus band's really good to Azumarill. So I'm rotating at the bottom lane to help my team here, and as you've seen, I'm playing Azumarill. I'm also playing as a roamer in the game. So if you know what is roamer or roaming, so it is a type of Pokemon who will go different lanes to help your team. Especially because you have the early game control in the game, because Azumarill's early game is really pretty good compared to other Pokemons, which is the power spike of Azumarill is just level 4, and he's really insanely good and to helping their teams in the lane, and also initiating the fights. With your Unite move, you can just pretty chill, invade the enemy, and use your Unite move if you have low HP, so just like that. So I'm here, as you've seen. Also, you can use the combination of player up, double stun. So wait for the player up to really cool down, and that's the right time you use the player up again in order for you to double stun the opponent. And I suggest bro, when you are using the Unite move, you can use the player up, then Unite move, and stun the opponent, double stun, and use the Whirlpool in order for you to deal a lot of damage to the opponent. So here, as you've seen, I will invade the jungle here and take the enemy's farm. So I will pressure all the lanes, because pressuring the lanes will help you win the battle, and of course it will destroy the morale of your team. So just like this, I will rotate to the top again to help my team, and but first clearing here, because it is really important for you to gain the XP, especially in the late game. The stats is really very good to Azumarill also. So here, even I'm low HP because of the focus band, and combined with my Unite move, I can just survive any team fight. And as you've seen, I also use the player up there and Unite move. So as I've said earlier, you can use your player up and Unite move to stun your opponents and deal a lot of damage combined with your Whirlpool. But be careful also bros, as you've seen, the focus band is in the state of cooldown, so be careful of that. So here in this game, right, we don't have a defender, so I'm acting just like a defender in this role. So you really need to cover the weaknesses of your team's synergies. So there's a lot of synergies in the Pokemon. So here's the our team doesn't have any defender, so I'm acting like an initiator in the game and also protecting my team in the front line, because if I don't go in the front line, there's no in the front line and it will just wipe out my team. So just like I'm really playing aggressive when playing as Azumarill, so you need to remember that, bro. Playing aggressively, do not play Azumarill as a passive, because Ina's not type of his gameplay, and also the playstyle of Azumarill is very different also, so you really need to become aggressive. And if possible, you can just go play off the attackers, but there's no attackers in this game. Just like I'm just aiming to my speedster like in the game, like this Dodrio. So as you've seen, I'm not scared even I'm jumping around 5 Pokemons in here, because I'm pretty confident because I have my focus band and also my team is in the back. So as you've seen, even I'm fighting the opponent, I'm watching my enemy's team, I mean my enemy's position, my team's position. So you really need to keep in mind, you really need to watch all the positioning, even your enemy, even your team, so in order for you to successfully win the fight. So as you've seen here, I'm just using my Unite move if I'm really low in HP, and just X-speed and escape. So as you've seen like that. So if you are against a player who is Mamoswine, you can just rotate him in order for you to dodge the skills of Mamoswine. So even in CC, the focus band really helps you to deal more damage and sustain in the fight. So just like that, we won our team fight, but we were not done here, so we were pushing again. We'll act again as a front line here. So as you've seen, I'm in the front line again, helping my team. So just like that, you really need to be at front line, especially if you don't have a defender and you're the all-rounder in the game. You cannot play static, just like many players observe, even they don't have defenders. The all-rounders is at the back line, so they're playing static. So you really need to forward and move as fast as possible, and do not stay long at the fight, keeping your positioning, because you really need also to have your positioning when playing as a defender or all-rounder in the game. So just like that, I'm not going home, but sadly the Mamo got me there. He's using the eject, so that's a game for Mamo there, so it is okay. But I got the steal here in the Rayquaza, just like this. I used the icon to hit the Blaziken here, so just like that, I just got the Rayquaza with the Whirlpool, so lucky for me. So that's how you play Azumarill, bro. So the buff of Azumarill I can see is really very good, and also this will make Azumarill more deadly in the lane, especially against the special attackers, which makes Azumarill more bulkier and has a lot of sustain combined with the focus band and Whirlpool. So Azumarill is really good. Try it out, and take care, bros. I hope we reach 20 likes again, and like and subscribe for more type of this content. Thank you, and stay hydrated as always.